Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? How is it going? Get all my stream stuff up. Everything looks good so far, though. Charles, back to the throne. Welcome in, man. First one here. First to the egg. Welcome, welcome, dude. Zemo, how's it going? All right. Well, let's see. Let's get going on the daily quest at least. While people are filing in here. And then we'll hop into actual story questing, shall we? I feel like this is a good way to start off the stream. Doing like the daily, or like if I'm on the main account, doing like the solo raids. Because nobody really feels like they missed anything, you know? Ugh. Gotta watch Hercules absolutely rip through this quest. Hey, Wolverine, how you doing, man? Gonna try to get 5,000 points tonight for the anniversary event and zone 15 in the incursion, so you can at least rank for another 7-star. That makes sense. Good luck on that. Dude, being able to double up on on the incursions thing is kind of nice. Those rewards are like insanely juicy. Oh no, you're missing the daily quest action. I know, Lee. We still got a little bit ahead of us though. You're not missing out on all of it. Dang, Charles. That's pretty impressive, man. I have not played any Battlegrounds since yesterday. Not first. You're not wrong, Loris. Welcome in, man. Not wrong. Hopefully we can get some decent story progress. Oh my gosh, Spidey is back on top of the mod wars. The first mod in here. In here before WAP, yep. Don't you mean you're in here before the egg? Because he's rebranded now? Got up to 150 and you dropped 120. Dude, I don't think I've ever even gotten that high at all. Well done. Well done. It's so worth doing the daily quest. This was like probably the best change that Kabam has made to the game in a while. And I feel like it got kind of overshadowed by all the negative things that happened to the game. Yeah, have a good time at Battle Realm Brawl, man. You're rerunning the Steve incursions tonight? Dude, I'm glad I did it yesterday. Like, I can actually double up on this account, which is cool. Dude, I just don't want to do it for 2 streams in a row. It's like... Because it takes almost like 3 hours to get through. I kind of have like the play style down, at least than I prefer. And it's like much faster than when I went through on the main account, but still. Honestly, I might just do it off stream. I don't know if I even want to do it on stream. I haven't quite decided yet. That's true. Spidey, I feel like you still have like some backlog of being first in the stream though, because there was a while where you were the only mod. But I am excited that people will be able to get a bunch of rewards. That's really cool. It's definitely worth rerunning, so I'm not gonna like not do it. I just don't know if I want to stream it or not. At this point I will have streamed the incursions twice. Not that that is like a huge difference, because I do play arena multiple times, but still. free content. Yeah, that's true. It's just like, because it's the Steve incursions, it's not like there's a lot of different ways to do it, you know? Like if it was a regular Saga incursion, I could take different Saga champions in instead of just doing like the same old, same old. The difference with the Steve incursions is like you just use Steve, you know? Wise man, Walrus, wise man. All right, there's our daily quest. No, I don't think well, I kind of need to do this one, but I won't bother you guys with that. All right, let's go back to questing, shall we, chat? Shall we? Also, I made the judgment call to rank up Nico because let's be honest, I'm gonna use my 6-star Nico anyway. So I just went with it. For anybody that is wondering. And then for anyone who wasn't here yesterday, take a quick look. Look at all our 6 stars. Beautiful roster we have here. Not you. Anyway. Yeah, and then honestly, I might awaken her. My only hang up on awakening Nico is since I can now do the Steve incursions again on this account, I'm gonna get another 6-star awakening crystal. And there's a chance I get Mystic, in which case I wouldn't want to burn my generic on Nico. So unless we really feel like we need to awaken her tonight, I will probably wait until I do the incursions again. So anyway, that's my reasoning and my thinkerizing there. Well, let's see. What does this quest have in it? Okay, we get mucho teleportos. I forgot about that. That we were in a spot that has tons of teleporters. Oh my goodness. Okay, no full energy refills that I am seeing. What is this path about? Blockable specials. Ooh, it's life cycle. Okay. That unblockable. Oh wait, it's not unblockable. They're different nodes. Bubble shield. Cornered. I mean, that seems like a pretty easy place to go, I'd say. And then we have Dormammu. Okay. Alright. Well, how do I get there, though? Whatever. We'll figure it out, I bet. Alright, as far as team goes, I think we're probably there. I want to level Kitty Pryde up a little bit more before I actually, bring her in. Yeah, I think this team is probably fine. If anything, I could leave Killmonger, but we'll bring him in. We'll bring him in. At some point, too, we want to do the Shooting Stars quest. I forget that exists. Okay, that's where we want to go. If it'll let me zoom back out. There we go. Okay, this is weird. Why are there, the paths right in front of me, and then the other one, the small... Whatever. That breaks my OCD right there, man. That is truly, truly annoying. Alright. Life cycle is probably one of my least favorite nodes. It's not too bad if you're trying to ramp an Aegon, though. Yo, Beefcake, how are you doing? That's so jarring now. Have you guys noticed that? If you heavy or any attack, once the defender's HP drops to 0, the animation just cuts off. It used to be you could hit their dead corpse a little bit more, and I gotta be honest, I kind of like that a little bit more. For purposes of speed and like in battlegrounds and stuff, I get it. Like that they just end the animation. Although I wish it wasn't a thing. I do like it the other way. Just 2 heavy attacks. The more we knock her down, the more life cycle will take to come back. I did see the trades, yeah. Some pretty crazy ones. The Jets absolutely cleaned house, which is crazy. I was hoping the Dolphins would make some more moves because, like, let's be real, they're not going anywhere. But oh well, interim GM, I think he was kind of scared to make some moves. Also, I did see something on the internet where there are like a couple people that are better to drop like in the off season or trade in the off season for contract reasons. So maybe that's why they didn't make too many moves. All right, she's gonna revive there. Yeah. I tell you what, I do really like the life cycle node as far as like they just have like no HP for some reason. Oh, got you, Tim. Gotcha. How's the defender? Jalen Phillips is a really good player. He unfortunately has kind of had some really like bad injuries that have really like gimped his career a little bit, which kind of sucks. She's gonna regen there, yeah. Oh, just barely, man. But no, he's a really good pass rusher. I think even after his injury, he's had a little bit of a hard time like making the tackle this year, but I think he'll be fine. Do I have my heater cooking? I do not. Is that like the intro to a joke? Is that like, am I about to get, is your refrigerator running? Yeah, there were a lot of teams that seems like that were really hesitant to make moves. I'm surprised some of the bigger contenders didn't like go all in. Or like maybe not go all in, because I don't know that that's necessarily a winning strat for everybody. But I was surprised that the Chiefs almost got Breece Hall. I was seeing messages about them almost ending up with Breece, which is crazy. I have wind noise? Well, I can try unplugging my mic. There shouldn't be any... I'm not nervous, no. And maybe there's just some weird interference. I don't know. Let me try and unplug and do the old classic tech support stuff, I guess. Okay, does it sound any different? I don't know. I'm not like a I'm not like a knower of microphone stuff. It could have also been something outside, potentially, because I did have the window open. And I can't hear anything going on outside with my headphones on. Sounds better now? Okay. You wanted Olave or Brian Thomas Jr.? Yeah, I'm surprised the Bills didn't make more moves. I actually expected you guys to try to patch up some of those defensive holes that you guys had, but nothing happened. Which, like, to me was really surprising to see. He does still have life cycle, okay. I really wasn't expecting the Bills to go radio silent. Especially in a year where you, like, basically... I guess New England is kind of a threat. But it feels like it's kind of like the Bills' division to lose. Oh, he just barely got me. Dormammu, you suck, dude. Yeah, I think overall it was kind of a boring trade deadline, other than like the few Jets players getting traded. Seems like it's just like a normal boss fight. Methinks. You're sick of a grinding arena every 3 days. It's boring as crap. I agree. That's why I appreciate the stream so much. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like boring as crap. It's definitely not something I do for fun. Like on my own time. That's why like I really do probably need to do a an arena stream on the main. I've been really lacking these last few weeks ever since I created the alt account. All right, well, that was the world's easiest boss. Man, they didn't give him like any like power gain nodes or anything, huh? Cool. I'll take it. All right, what is this quest looking like? Man, can we just like condense the paths so that they're like closer together? So I don't have to like, I don't know, spend like 3 business days looking for like path rewards. Be sick. It's kind of complicated, Tim. So they're on the record. I forget exactly who said it, but it was some Kabam employee or like Kabam level employee adjacent that they mentioned like if they rework Arena, basically we don't want them to rework Arena because then they would probably take units out of it and make it more annoying or / worse to do. So I'm always really hesitant for asking for like new Arena things, man. I think we just Nico this entire path. Probably. Nihilus. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just avoid that path. Villain. Villains periodically gain cruelty. Attacker's critical rating is increased by up to 25% based on current power. It feels like a pretty generic path, though. I just do that path. Yeah, I'll probably just do that path. So I don't know. It would be nice to have like a 7-star arena. I think there's a lot of things they could do to arena to make it at least like a better experience that I would really like them to do. But I always like really hesitate on whether I would want them to do it or not because I'm scared that they would make the unit grind worse. And it like makes free to play a lot more possible and I worry that that would get nerfed into oblivion. Because I've said it before, like, there's not a lot of games where you can, like, grind the premium currency for that game to this degree. Like, every, like, random chance, like, hero kind of game like this has, like, or like with loot box mechanics, they all have a way to get the premium currency. But I feel like of the ones I've played, MCOC is by far the most generous with units and stuff. So I kind of don't want that to change, and I don't want to really risk it. That being said, I know that sounds like a stupid reason, and it kind of is, but there's just not that much we can do about it, really. Oh, man, I thought that would reach him. Oh, so close. 1%. Good evening. Do I have any predictions or announcements for the weekend streams? Weekend streams? Question mark? Are there streams on the weekend? Or are you talking about me streaming on weekends? I have mentioned in the past that there's, like, potentially would be a weekend stream at some point, should I have decided to do, like, Necropolis. But if that's what you're talking about, no, I haven't made any plans for, like, anything like that. Oh, Summoners Fest. Got you. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. I don't know. Let's see. What things were in the milestones that they're supposed to be announcing? I don't even remember. I think they'll announce another Banquet champion. That'll be my guess. They'll probably let you try this month's champions, I'm guessing. Another guess, if we're just throwing things out here against the wall, and this is what I would really like to see. I would like to see some sort of dummy fighting mode. Like this, the content creators kind of have this to a point, but I would like to see a mode where I can just, like, instead of going into the Winter Soldier fight whenever I want to test a new champion, I would like to be able to set which champion I want to practice fight against, which rarity I want them to be, and then if I can, I would like to tweak attack, maybe stats, stuff like that, and the health pool. And I just want a custom, like, sandbox where I can just go to town and, like, test new champion rotations. That's what I want to do, because I think the practice mechanic that is in the game currently is really stupid and really bad, and I want that to be better. So that is my probably biggest want, honestly. And I could definitely see like something like that happening. I think it would only be good for Kabam to open up the content creation space a little bit more. But that's just my opinion. And then maybe Brian Grant be the announcer for the Battle Realm Brawl. For lore reasons. The fact this game doesn't have anything like that is bizarre. Like going into practice mode to learn combos is essential in games. I 100% agree. 100%. I couldn't agree more. It's something I've wanted in this game for such a long time. Especially now that I'm like a content creator for the game, or, you know, like there's a lot of champions I feel like I need to learn to be able to like give people advice, just like stuff like that. And I kind of can't, like, unless I just pull the champion. And like, I understand I can use lower rarity champs, but I would like to get the feeling for how a champ scales at 7-star, because that's what we're really asking most of the time. So oh my gosh, that would actually be sick. I would not be surprised to see that. I feel like it would be so easy. It would be even cooler, by the way, if you could like add different nodes onto the defender as well. Normally, if this was just a story mode kind of game, I would be against that. But since we have the element of like battlegrounds and player versus player and like interactions now, I think it's cool. Like, you should be able to just like practice, you know, like test things out in the lab, quote unquote, without having to like just match make an alt account or like a buddy. So I think it would be really cool as well if we could, in that like sandbox experience, add nodes of some kind. Hello. Guess we'll rock Nico in this one. Yo, Puffy, how you doing? Oh, you butthead. All my homies hate passive AI. See, what else could they even announce that would be, like, insane? They're doing a Disney collab. They're adding Elsa as a playable character. Just been unsubscribing to MCOC YouTubers since they can't test out the champs, right? Wait, what do you mean, Puffy? Can't test out the champs. I mean, I can't test out all the champs. Am I going to do the incursions with Steve again to get all the rewards? You got the 27, got an impossible fight. You're not redoing all of it for 1,500 Titans. First of all, Nick, that sucks, man. I totally feel for you. That is horrible. Second of all, I believe I will. I don't know if I'll do it on stream or not. We'll see. Definitely not today though, because I literally did it yesterday, and I did not want to do the Steve incursions 2 days in a row. Just missing the stun duration hack, dude. That one is like integral. Alrighty, each time it was annoyed. I don't remember. I don't know if they toned this guy down after the defender takes 90% less damage if the attacker doesn't have a fury. That's right. Crap. Whenever the attacker activates dexterity for any hit from the defender's special attack, the attacker gains a stacking 40% fury buff. Max 10 for 7 seconds. Pause. Ugh. Okay. Well, crapperoni. I should have taken... Why isn't Heimdall on my team? I could have done his... Well, that's obnoxious. Who to use? Who to use? They don't test them out as the same stats instead of the Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. Oh, right, right, okay. Yeah, it's hard to get, I mean, a good reading on some new champs, man. I do have a, don't I have a Guillotine 2099? Was that only as a 5-star already, or am I blind? Oh, I do, she's right there. Should I use Guillotine? You would want to do it 2 days in a row? Yeah, it's kind of a long... It's kind of a big grind, you know? See, I'm pretty sure Guillotine works for this, right? She doesn't have a Fury or anything, but... She also doesn't crit. I want to say you can use Guillotine for it. In fact, I might go that route. I don't know who else I could really use. Yeah, I think there's a lot of champions, Puffy, that can do good in a lot of different fights, and sometimes it's just hard to know where all of those fights are, you know? I'm just gonna throw a Guillotine on. I think. And then I need to re-add... She should be able to... I think. If not, oh well, I'll just restart the quest. I didn't pay attention that this was the Sinister fight before I got here, so we could be in for a fun time. Let's run in with everyone else, though. Oof. He's power drain immune. You can't get prowess. He'd get indestructible every time you pass the power for like 10 seconds. Yeah, that feels like that would be really, really tough. Nico probably would. Yeah, that's right, because she gets Furies. That's a good shout, Nick. That's a good point, actually. Good point. I just kind of forget she gets Fury. I think we'll be okay. BG's has too many whales, correct. Oh, dang, I got my, there we go. Does that count as the Fury? Should, right? Well, I think we're good, guys. I guess I was stressing over nothing. Turns out anti-venom does just fine. I don't know what I was worried about. Didn't need Nico, didn't need Guillotine, didn't need nobody. Yeah, it's crazy how much Battlegrounds can just like absolutely like get you tilted, man. Okay, I'm gonna pop Killmonger out, I think. And then we're gonna replace him with the man, the myth, the legend, the level 1 Heimdall. Okay, what kind of stuff are we looking at? See, this isn't too bad. Like, I can look at all of the, like, lanes, like, fairly quick right here. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. We got kind of a robot lane, it seems. This path looks pretty easy. When the defender is struck, the attacker gains a fury buff. Once the attacker has 10 fury buffs, any additional ones will inflict them with a stacking passive degeneration if the attacker lands a heavy. So it's just like Icarus, basically, I think. Cool. That's not too bad. Angela on Icarus path? Hey, that's a good idea. My Angela's not awakened, though. Normally that would be brilliant, though. I definitely like where your head's at. Alright. But yeah, everything is the same. She doesn't have any fancy schmancy nodes. Herc. Doesn't matter if he gets degened, man. We don't care. Immortality, brother. Bruh, I thought I dexed. It's alright. Okay, you guys want to see something funny? Go and try Quicksilver on this path. Now that would be comedy. What would it be, like 2 mediums and he's like already eating degen damage? We could have done that one losing less health, but we move on. Also, I think I need to XP boost up before I forget. Let's just use some small ones today. Or North Star would do the same thing. Any multi-hit combo champ, man, would just really not like this path. You could do this entire path with Valkyrie. Okay, you can't heavy attack before they stand up, turns out. Now I know. The nice thing is you don't actually have to finish the heavy attack, so you can just like kick and that like do the first hit of any heavy. That'll get rid of the fury, and then you can combo that into a special attack. Just sick. Titania would be good too. She's, I think, probably my best. And I'm playing like garbage in this quest, whatever. My best buff immune character. Dude, the AI is genius. That was such a bad fight. This is a bad path. I'm playing poorly. Okay, what are all these paths? Actually, did I even look at this one? Oh, it's arc overload. I don't want to deal with that. We'll just do, we'll go do the basic path. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You can just ignore it entirely. You can just parry heavy, huh? Not a bad move. I mean, I could do that with Hercules, probably. Got the second life skip on the skill path. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I'm just doing the basic path, man. It would be so sick if I had Archangel. He's definitely like on one of my most wanteds for this account for like a 6-star. We have Hercules basically built up now, which is really nice. Now he is basically the GOAT. That's so jarring, man. Just like the instant like fight finish when they're dead. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but it's just hard to get used to. All right, you know what, dude? Yondu would probably go crazy on this path because his ruptures would do so much. beautiful. Why not? We'll break out Yondu. Why not? Let's see how big the ruptures get. Not too crazy. I don't think the nodes from this path are like huge. Still pretty easy, pretty quick though. I can't wait to get that guy ranked up on this account. Now we have Thor, the god of hammers. Just the one kick to the dome and he's down. All right, now we have an Omega Red. What is his gimmick again? His healing effects gain increased potency. His specials are unblockable. He has Limber. Debuffs inflicted by him gain plus duration. Okay, I don't see anything like earth-shattering about him. Nothing like super duper ultra giga busted. We'll bring in Gilly again, I think. We're not really gonna need Nico. And we might as well bring in a robot just in case. I think we'll probably be able to brute force this mostly, though. Should be able to get a pretty good chunk of HP off with just her. Oh, even though that's the one that would have erased the Furies, I guess I still get the degen. How dare I? Oh, he has Limber. I'm an idiot. I mean, do I even care? I'm just gonna ignore the node and we're just gonna immortality it. No, he got so close. I had so many Furies at once. That was crazy. I had like 30. I actually would have had that if Herc was max sig. The immortality just doesn't last. That's okay, though. That's like the power of Hercules, man. And like, if I really wanted to, I could just revive him after that. you know? Obviously, I didn't need to because Yondu is the GOAT. Where does that put us? Are we almost done with 6-2? How many more quests do we need? Like 2, maybe? What? We've only done 3. Please. Please. Man, the rewards are so underwhelming for completion. Let's see, what does this guy have? Unblockable finale. What's the global for this? Is there not one? I think we just take this path then. Seems pretty simple. Pretty simple. Yellow jacket. We'll just build up Hercules, I guess. This is Hercules Simulator tonight. I'm sorry, Giant Walrus. You probably are hating life right now, man. I thought that didn't reach. That seemed like really far away. Mini heart attack. Also, real quick, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, if you go ahead and drop a like, just so we can get more people in here, that'd be spectacular. You've got me on the TV, but you're definitely checked out. I'm sorry, dude. It's just... Oh, he's so good. I'm making up for all that Hercules time you denied me from that donation a while back. Oh, what a lucky evade, man. Wish I could move my pecs like Hercules. That'd be so dope. Alright, Deadpool. You know what? Here, I'll use Yondu for you. How's that? How's that? This is for you, Walrus. We are bringing in the Yonduinator. Which is actually kind of genius. And I didn't really plan for it initially, but there is an armor up buff that Yondu can steal repeatedly. There you go. Pound goes out to my homie Walrus. Perfect yellow bar as well. You know, honestly, Yondu might not be bad against War Machine either. Now that I think about it. But I couldn't build Hercules. You check back in temporarily. Well, get ready to go back, dude. Sorry. No, I will be using Yondu more on this path, though. I just wanted to get a few more charges on Hercules, you know? I promise. I give you the B-Dizzle guarantee. I wonder how many people are like you are as they come in, they're like, hey, this guy's playing MCOC on an alt account. And then they see Hercules and they're like, and I'm back out. Oh, he has class disadvantage. I'll rock, I'll use Nico for this fight. We'll switch it up a little bit. Man, that dupe ability, by the way, makes it so much easier for Nico to keep her buff immunity up. You used to be able to do the peck moving thing? That's awesome, Nick. You should get back to where you can do it again. Not a lot of... It's like a huge party trick. Not a lot of people can pull that off. I think, like... It's a bit of a mixture of both, maybe, Walrus. I think if you did want to, like, ultimately trace the power creep back, you could do Herc. The thing was, like, Hercules, his power creep... I don't feel like his power creep, like, was generational power creep. Like, yeah, he was the best character in the game. And I thought, like, he was really good for questing. Right? But at no point would I say he's like overpowered in battlegrounds or anything. The thing with Serpent is he's good at everything across the board. Attack, defense, questing, you name it, he's got it. Hercules was just like a really good questing champ and like a revive saver. I mean, you can definitely make the argument. I just think they're on completely different planets though. Holy crap, nice pull, Travis. Yeah, I'll be taking these armor ups, Mr. Iron Man. You won't be needing those. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. And then I will continue to just slap my arrow through your ribs, if you don't mind. Hey, Damon, welcome in. Hope you enjoy your time here, man. Happy to have you here. Part fell off because of the 7-star. He was, yeah, he was in a lot of people's Battlegrounds decks. That's true. But he still needed, like, ramping. Like, it's not like he started with, like, X amount of, like, his feats of strength or whatever. I'm just doing a new account for fun, Damon. I don't, it was kind of a downtime for MCOC these last few weeks. There hasn't been a lot going on. So I figured I've always wanted to start a new account, and I'm really interested to see how the new player experience is nowadays. So I just decided to go for it. I'm really enjoying my time so far, though. It's been really fun, like, doing fights I haven't done in eons, it feels like. Because my main account, since you're new here, I've been playing this game since launch. So I have, like, not dipped my toe into this kind of story content in forever. Twitch drops will be on Saturday and Sunday, I think. It'll be the 2 days that they stream for Summoner Fest, whatever 2 days those are. You run 2 accounts yourself? Very nice. I think that's kind of like getting more and more popular these days. Your main has 9 rank 4s and your alt has 8. Jeez. That's more than me. Like I said, I've been playing this game since release, but that does not mean that it's like a super... I mean, it's a pretty good account, but I've taken a lot of breaks throughout the years. And then my streaming started like when they added the game onto PC. That's where I play it on stream. You started launch too? Hey, very nice, man. Did you get that veteran title then? I assume so. $12 subs to go. We are getting closer and closer, Walrus. Closer and closer. By the way, guys, if you're new to the stream or if you're just enjoying your time and you notice you're not subscribed, please do click that subscribe button, man. We are so dang close to our goal. And then the new goal, 1,000. That'll be fun. I'm not sure if they've really released what you'll get from the Twitch drops at the different rarities, Hude. But they did say to really try to push Valiant, because those are going to be the best drops. So I'm assuming just push like the highest progression you can. I'm debating, dude, I might have to make a new Twitch account. I didn't think about that. I'm not going to be able to get the Twitch drops on my alt unless I do that. You lost your OG account for stupid reasons? Dude, I'm sorry to hear that. You're not alone, though. There's a lot of people that have lost. Also, why is the champion selector before the mini boss, not the main boss? That's weird. Anyway, there's a lot of people that just have used like really old emails or something and lost their accounts. It's a huge bummer, dude. Destructive feedback. Yeah, that's probably gonna kill me. They want you back? Bro, don't do it, Tim. It's not worth. To be fair, Damon, their stream drops have been pretty inconsistent for a little bit. I don't think there's anybody I really want to bring in against Kingpin. If I had Apocalypse, I'd probably put him on the squad, but you're stuck on Act 6, Chapter 1? Which quest in Chapter 1, Hude? You don't mind me asking? Yeah, Tim, sorry. I kind of like, I jump around a lot in my thoughts. I apologize, guys. Yeah, don't go back, man. Don't let them Stockholm Syndrome you. That is kind of insane, though. Man, this guy feels like he's got quite the health pool compared to the rest of the quest. Or maybe it is the same, and like Yondu and Hercules are just absolute wagons. Oh, I thought I had a special too. That's so sad. All right, there we go. You're stuck. Oh, I already read that. You run a gaming organization. You've been doing alliance stuff, only alliance stuff on MCOC lately. Hey, that's really cool, Damon. Like esports and stuff, I assume is what you're talking about. I really like a lot of esports stuff. World of Potential. Let me take a look at that. We'll see if we can give you any sort of tips, Hude. After I'm done with this fight, of course. Ooh, that was close. Come on, Kingpin. Come on, Kingpin. Sorry, guys. I'll get to your comments here in a sec. Kingpin is one of those fights that can kind of get a little bit out of control. All right, we got him. Okay. You just qualified for a $200 Warzone tournament. Nice. Damon, I used to play in some Call of Duty tourneys back in the day. Wish he could show you. Hude, if you have Discord, I don't know if you're in the Discord or not. It's in the description for my live stream down below. You're more than welcome to join, and you can send screenshots of your roster, and then there's people in there that are always more than willing to help. At least they should be. And they could help you out through that, I'm sure. Okay, Worlds of Potential. Oh, yeah, this one can be obnoxious. You got Ultron Classic for the boss, who's really annoying. The path I took, it looks to be this one. I don't know if that's necessarily the best one, though. Let's see. I don't think it's too bad. I don't think this path is too bad. I think the hardest fight on this path would be probably Agent Venom. Then you just kind of have some like some shrugging champions, which aren't too bad. As far as the boss goes, though, these are kind of potentially nasty champs. Brother was in phase? Nice. Dude, the old school phase, man. That's the stuff. Let's see. Sentinel is not too bad. Sentinel, you just need to play it kind of slow. Just keep baiting his special one. That's the easiest one to dodge. And then you can kind of avoid Bubble Shield because Sentinel gets to a point where he uses like less power when he throws a special attack. So if you're just baiting that special one and then punishing it and baiting it and punishing it, you can keep doing that over and over again, and that can make that fight pretty easy. This fight can be pretty tricky though. This is a fight. Is this the fight where you can cheese it if you have Wiccan? Is that this Ultron? Or is that the different one? I think it's this one, right? No. It's not this one. I don't remember who I even used for this Ultron. I think I used Nico. Funnily enough. This guy is just annoying, I'm going to be honest. New Phase is, yeah. New Phase is all about just like vlogs and like cringy content creation, I feel like. I like miss the old phase where like everything was a like sniping, like a quick scoping montage or something. But yeah, there's a lot of good resources as well, Huday, on YouTube. Like a lot of people that they have much more in-depth guides, and I would recommend checking them out. But yeah, like I said, definitely use the Discord if you can. That's a good resource. A lot of people on there that are really nice and willing to help for things like that. Okay, immediately I'm seeing this path. Probably looks like it's going to be the easiest. We're going to lose out on block proficiency, but I don't see why that would really matter. Oh, we have Biohazard on Ronin there. That's not my favorite. Need to get a better Biohazard champion. I only really use Omega Red right now. I do think this is the path I want to take, though. Yeah, I think we'll take that path. And then I hate this Mordo. He makes me want to do horrible things. But I think he'll be okay. I think we'll be okay, chat. Oh, Biohazard. I guess I could bring in... Which fight was the Biohazard fight? Was that... Who was that? Was that Ronin? That was Ronin. Okay, we could ditch... We could bring in CGR for Ronin. Or we could just bring Omega Red back in. We could rank Omega Red. I really, it would be so nice if I could get Angela awakened and sigged up. You gotta go run AQ? No worries, dude. Glad you're able to swing by. Yeah, I might just still use Omega Red. I really need to get a better Biohazard champion, though. I could also technically use Kitty Pryde. But I don't know that I'm good enough to, like, stay invisible for that long. Or I could use Guillotine, I suppose. Maybe I invest in Guillotine. As much as I don't like her as a champion, or... She's gonna scale a lot better than Omega Red will. Yeah. I might as well. I think there's other fights I'll use Gilly for as well, anyway. I think it's worth it. Probably worth ranking her up too, but I don't have the gold for that, unfortunately. Yeah, I think we'll bring Gillian. She's gonna have pipe disadvantage for that fight in particular, but that's fine. That's fine, chat. Where is she? Who do we replace, though? I don't really want to replace anybody on the squad. I could replace Yondu for this one. No, I like playing Yondu. Let's do that. We'll see if we miss Anti-Venom. We probably will, but... Okay. Well, cool beans. I guess I also have Gentle, huh? He'd be a good Biohazard champ. Forget about that guy. Oh, now we gotta play the game. Which teleport takes me where I want to go? Is it D? It's D right there. And D stands for what, chat? That's right, didgeridoo. Alright, Drax, what did you have on you, Mr. Sir? Limber. No worries, and then you're going to be gaining a lot of power. Going to be using you to build up our boy Jerkules. And I really need to take this controller apart and, like, clean out some of the gunk in it. But I don't really know how to take it apart. I honestly like... I mean, not always, but sometimes I really like when they have this power gain bonus on them. It just makes them easy to trap in the corner. I only got the message, Shahid, that says, or you can choose 7-star Prowler. Is there more to that? Sounds like maybe you're trying to pull from a, or like choose from a Nexus. Is that right? Then maybe the rest of the message didn't quite come through. I am not quite sure. I guess I could use Hercules for Biohazard as well. It's not the prettiest thing, though. If you're choosing between those two, I would pick Prowler. Unfortunately, Hercules is only going to be usable for so long because he's a 6-star, you know? Prowler is just really good. You always wanted Hercules, but now he's just whatever. That's pretty much like where it's at. Yeah. Unfortunately, dude, I like Hercules. I think he's really easy to play. Perhaps that's why he'll never be a 7-star. Or it doesn't appear that he will, right? But Prowler is a really good champion. You chose Herc over Prowler? I think it, you know, I respect it. If there's a champion that you like really wanted for a long time, I totally get it. I totally get it, man. Also a fellow controller player, huh, Damon? Nice. I like it. You think Kingpin, Scorpion, and Hulkling? I don't know. Really? You think so? That seems like a really busted lineup. For Banquet, I'm assuming. Is that what you're talking about, Travis? That'd be so sick, by the way. I love Scorpion. I think he's my favorite of those three. I don't even like play the optimal Scorpion playstyle either, like the charge heavy and then intercept with the special 2. Which I should, but I don't. Yeah, for Banquet. I don't... Dude, there's no way the lineup is that crazy. It's possible, I suppose. Yeah, I think if you want to have that competitive edge, you gotta play FPSs on PC. The hardware is better, generally. Makes a big difference. I don't think people really understand how valuable, like, frames and, like, a computer monitor. And, like, you can play console games on a monitor, I guess, but not quite the same. But when you're up to, like, the competitive level, you know, Damon, I mean, you know, that stuff makes a big difference. Dude, I would like Guillotine 2099 a lot more if, like, she had multi... I don't know how they would do it with Guillotine with, like, a sword. But if she had multi-hit combos, it feels like you just aren't playing Guillotine 2099 unless you hit that 100 combo. And now you're actually playing the champion. I should have saved to the special 3. Oh well. Then I could keep my combo. Right. A 7-star Quake. That would be broken. If that was like the reworked champion, I could see it. You had level 63? Nice, Tim. I bet those daily XP coins made quite a big difference. Same thing happened last year. Lots of creators said there's going to be OP champs, and it didn't happen. I think they would much rather not put all their eggs in one basket. I think I think they made a lot from selling Human Torch and from the Heart of Fire event. And if they put all those really good champions... And I could be wrong, like, none of us know, but if they put all those champions in Banquet, dude, they're selling themselves short. Like, they're cutting off so much potential gains down the road for another Dark Phoenix or Human Torch style event. I just don't think they would do it. I would be really shocked. Like, if there is, like, a god tier champion in Banquet outside of Absorbing Man and like one other champion, I think the rest of them would probably not be like insane, or like they could be insane, but they won't be those like stereotypical god tier champs that you would think of, like Scorpion or Kingpin or stuff like that. Like, they could be champs that are reworked to be really good, like we saw Deadpool X-Force last year. I mean, no one would have expected him to be as nutty as he is. Or even Sentinel, for that matter, right? So that could happen. I could see that. But as far as, like, giving us, I mean, we're already getting Absorbing Man. I mean, to be fair, he's a trophy champion, so I don't know how many people are really going to be getting him. We'll have to wait and see how the milestones shake out and like the crystal odds and all that. Like, people are kind of hyping up Abs Man, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of people that are actually being able to snag him, you know? Ouch, ouch. But I think there could be potentially like one or two of those, like maybe one or two. Two would be generous, but maybe one of those champs in there. In a perfect world, though, we'd have Scorp as a 7-star, and they just wouldn't care about a lot of these champions as 7-stars. I think Battlegrounds killed it for everyone. I think if they only had story mode to worry about, like if this was still a story-driven game, I don't think they would really care as much about like releasing OP champions. Yeah, Medusa, yeah. Yeah, I think Medusa... I think the Banquet champions all around last year, they just went extremely hard. I thought they were really good. Like, really freaking good. I don't think there was even a single miss in there, truthfully. Like, you could maybe argue Sentry, but he still has his, like, uses, right? And he's like pretty good at what he is used for. You could make the argument Purgatory isn't as good. Because now she's not a raid champion. I do want to spend some time, though, and make a Banquet champion prediction video. I think that could be really fun. I mean, it being a 10-year anniversary is, like, big and all. Mobile games, though, generally every event is like an event. It's not... It might be like barely better just because it's like a 10-year anniversary or whatever. But generally, they're still going to have the same kinds of things that they would have anyway. At least that's like from all the mobile games that I've played. Is Morningstar like Power Drain Resist or something? Dang it, again, I fail by forgetting to kill her with a level 3. Oh well. We'll have to see, though. I'm excited. I'm putting all my eggs in the Banquet basket. I'm definitely, perhaps not going to be summoning for Cyber Monday. Or buying the deals or whatever. Oh yeah, and you get the units from the card, right? Oh, the offer bonus is 800. I misread that. That's a lot. Dude, you're almost there. I mean, you're definitely going to make the... I think you'll make the minimum for the banquet milestones, Tim. I think you'll make it. You know what I'm bummed about, chat? I was really hoping we would get a Doctor Strange rework / buff and that he would be one of the banquet champions. But we're getting Thor Jane Foster. So that dream is dead. Unless they like pull a fast one on us where they're like, hey, we never said these slots all correlated to like a class type. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I hate texting this. I hate that the camera moves on his special one. You still haven't ranked anyone? Dude, the poll told you though. This might be like this situation where like you don't know where you want to eat until you flip a coin, right? And then you can just decide. Maybe you, at your heart of heart, you didn't want to rank Venom, so you have like decision paralysis. It's alright though. Make your choice wisely. Dude, and honestly, Abyss, if you're gonna like spend on Cyber Weekend, I don't know if you are, but if you were, maybe you rank for Yondu or Super Scroll. Should I use the Yon Diddly Do? Sure, why not? This one's for Walrus. Oh, where'd your armor up go, buddy? Oh, where'd it go, Vulture? I'm so sorry. Hey, it's actually really funny just like stealing the armor up. You're fully expecting Valkyrie to be the skill character with Absorbing Man for Banquet? Dude, I kind of feel like it might be did they announce whether it would be a new champion or not? Like the other trophy champ? Because they add a new champion every Banquet. I feel like with like Jessica Jones and like Weapon X and stuff over the years. Maybe they won't add a new one this year, who knows? All right. Each time the attacker throws the same special in a row, defender gains a fury passive. Special delivery. I remember how I did this fight. I did this fight with Cable, I think, and Apocalypse. It's Kingpin. I think I would, if I had to choose between Kingpin and Valkyrie being the next like trophy champ, I would probably lean Kingpin. Just like it just feels like in the feels, it would feel more right to me at least. All right, let's just go in and sacrifice Hercules to Mordo. See what kind of damage we can get. Oh no. I hate you so much, Mordo. Just whatever. Dang. Abyss throwing down. That's fair, though. Mordo, you're so annoying. It could make sense to do that, or it could make sense to spread the love. Let another champion in. I feel like there's been some serious conversation about DLL. More than, I think, if you're doing your job right, I think more than a champion designer should be discussed, personally. Not to say he hasn't made some absolute slammer champions, you know? Alright, Yondu put in work, baby! I think you can guess who you used for this fight. The same guy you used for most of Act 6. I would guess Valkyrie. Valkyrie, but the Valkyrie's not a guy, so that's throwing me off. So if it's not Valkyrie, I would guess Gladiator. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in a DLL stream. And if his whining gets Carolina nerfed... Wait, is he whining over Carolina? Is there lore? Is there drama? Chat, we have to talk about drama. That's what gets the clicks. Is there Carolina Dean drama? If so, my interest is piqued. Ooh, there's a revive on this path. I don't really want to get it, though, because I am very anti-Mordo. What is this quest, dude? Oh, crap, dude. It's El Champion. Shoot. Shoot. Dang. This quest is actually very, very long. Alright, we'll just go straight up the gut, I guess. Am I gonna run into any fancy schmancy nodes here? Am I gonna need guillotine for any of this? Magic with increased combat power rate? That's some rude stuff. I don't think I really need... No, I don't think I'm gonna bring guillotine. Oh, Archangel. Dang it. You did mention him earlier. I should have known. He's been whining. Oh, what's up, Fiction? Welcome in, man. Hope you're having a good one. He's been whining about Carolina overperforming, huh? Program is dead for rebalance. But it's dead, but it's not. They worded it in a way where they were like, yeah, but really if we just want to change a champion, we can. And we have the power. They did seem to hint that they wouldn't make any major changes to new champions, but they didn't say anything to soothe my soul. That's for sure. All right, instead of guillotine, let's take in anti-venom. Bring in all reliable. Why not? But I don't think Carolina Dean would get a nerf or anything. At least I would be really shocked to see that. The people would rise up. Take their pitchforks to Summoner Fest. Also, she would have probably been toned down by now, I feel like. But who knows? Yeah, I noticed that. It would take so much energy, though. And I'm not about needlessly wasting energy, you know? Right, 100% what you said, Abyss. They can change champs anytime. They can just decide it's critical or it's vital to the health of the game. And who makes that decision, right? It's Kabam. So ultimately, it's just a new coat of paint. If anything, like, it feels like it's the exact same thing. Just kind of a bummer. But I do also lean Zemo's way in terms of, like, I don't think they will. But also their statement, it is, like, definitely open to interpretation. And it can mean literally anything, and that was on purpose. You better throw that special too, Hyperion. Thank you. I think overall I think it's a net negative. Personally, I've kind of come down on that side. That I think that this game needs some sort of balancing program if it's going to continue. But I think it should lean more towards making champions not as OP as champion designers want them to be. I mean, buffing champions here and there, if they're just abysmal, is fine. But I think you mostly want the balancing program to be there to prevent power creep to, like, the highest extent possible. Like, I think it should have caught Serpent, and Serpent shouldn't... He should have been hit with a massive nerf, I think. And then the game wouldn't have had to power creep to the extent that I think it did. Yeah, Stand Your Ground has got to be the worst, dude. I hate that mastery with a burning passion. I'm with you there. Yeah, the mediocre champs are the ones that will suffer the most. That is unfortunate, yeah. Especially if it's a champ you like. But unfortunately, guys, not every champion, whether you like the comic book character or not, can be a god tier champion. That's just how games work. Just how games work. And if that's how it was, this game would have been dead a long time ago, because power creep would have killed it. I say it a lot, and I hate saying it because I really like Marvel, and I like a lot of characters that they have. But you just have to have middle of the road / okay champions once in a while. Otherwise, you have to keep raising the bar, and then it goes to the moon and back. And then you just can't balance a game like that. That being said, like, they needed the balance program to keep the bar from raising as slow as possible. But they kind of fumbled it because I think they got big goo goo eyes at how much money Serpent was making them, and Bullseye and these other defenders slash, you know, attacker champions that are just absolutely beasts. And they were like, well, people won't chase them if we nerf them, which is probably true, but I think they were kind of like giving themselves debt in the future that now that bill is coming due. They were kind of like mortgaging the future of the game in a way by the decisions that they made. Man, I don't even remember how to fight the champion, if I'm being honest, guys. This magic is so obnoxious. I'm sorry, Anti-Venom. I'm going to sacrifice you to the altar of limbo damage. Nothing personal, my man. Ouch. I should have just brought Human Torch for this, honestly. You might just stay without an alliance. No, you won't. You said it. One of the reasons you want a new alliance is for that Radiance, brother. Can't be missing out on that. Also, Kabam seems addicted to alliance events now. So you're going to be missing out on some goodies. Could I finish her with a special one? Let's try it. I think to a point, Abyss, yeah. That's what was so great about MCOC in the glory days. I felt like the only limiting factor was your skill, but now there's fights you basically... It almost feels like you just can't do at all, no matter how good you are at the game. Because there's like undexable specials, like unavoidable damage, stuff like that. And it's to a more severe degree. Yeah, magic can be really annoying if you don't have something for her limbo. Or just like some sort of regen. You know, that would probably be really good advice, Walrus, but I have not fought the champion in so long. I don't even remember the gimmicks to that fight, if I'm being honest. So I'm a little nervous. We'll see how it goes, though. For fights like this, like the champion and stuff, I'm a little bit interested to see how relics play a role. Because we didn't have that combo extension before, and I wonder how that, if at all, can impact the fight. Alright, what do you have, Mr.? Okay, purifying stuff. Nice. Alright, there's our maximum feats. It'll be interesting doing some of these fights with, like, not the optimal champ. Because, like, I used Kingpin for Bahamut both times, but I don't have a Kingpin on this account. And just, like, not having high-ranked Storm for some of those other fights. Hopefully our roster is big enough by then that we have, like, really solid options. Okie dokie. Okay, what is around here? I mean, these fights are all really easy. I could take them on, but let's just go to Mr. Glaive. Does the champion negate Heimdall at all? Is he worth having? Does anybody know? Can anybody tell me? I have heard that. I want to see how it happens, though, as far as the reversal. I thought it was only a matter of time before some sort of gimmick came to the game where it made, like, a boss cheesable. And I guess we kind of had that with, like, Storm. Like, you could throw on, like, the power boosts or whatever and solo a couple champions or a couple bosses. Yeah, Shang-Chi is one of those champs I heard is good for Bahamut. I should be fine with Heimdall? Okay. I trust. I trust you. Okay, what do we get for... I mean, is it even worth bringing anybody else in, chat? Like, is there anybody in my roster that is, like, exceptional? Titania might be good, right? With that, like, with her Haymaker. Maybe that would be good to intercept them. Storm and Red Mags are the reason power back boosts were nerfed. You could cheese Orochi. To be fair, you can almost, like, pseudo cheese Orochi anyway with Lady Deathstrike. Like, she just makes it so easy. But I have seen those videos. They're so funny. Steve is the GOAT? 100%. Dude, I could bring in Steve. That would be funny. I might bring in Titania. What's up, RP? How you doing? Nah, ride or die with the squad we have, I think. Titania would be good, though. Let the record show. Yeah, I saw that, RP. A day after I do it on the alt account, too. Pretty good timing. I get to double dip in the rewards on this account. Alright. Intercepting the defender grants the attacker a grip passive for 10 seconds. Paused during the attacker's special attacks and while the striker is active. And then I forget all of this guy's stuff. Dude, does Nico's buff immunity just, like, get rid of everything? I'm curious. Buy the incursion crystal as soon as you can. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really tell you when those are full, does it? I'm not close to the cap on this account, though. So. Okie dokie. Now I have to read an entire novel, which is great. Champion always seeks to fight against the greatest fighters. Contest greatest fighters. All of the summoners champions. Okay. What is the champion's name? Trico Slaterus? What the heck name is that? That's dope. Trico Slaterus. Okay, so his first phase. He'll begin the fight with 3 Fury buffs active. Health cannot fall below 70% in a single attack. While the champion is unstoppable, whenever the attacker is struck, they are inflicted with a stun debuff for half a second. Champion gains an unblockable charge every 10 seconds. A charge is consumed whenever he attacks, regardless if it hits or not. Make the attack passively unblockable. And then 30 to 11. He gains unblockable charges faster. When he is inflicted with a damaging or a stun debuff, he has a 100% chance to purify it. Okay, and then his last phase. Dodging a special attack hit with the Dexterity Mastery or a Dexterity Replacement removes 1 charge. When all the charges have been removed, he can only take damage from special attacks. Any damage dealt to push the champion into Dark Match is capped until he enters the mode. So he's pretty much just going to be periodically like unstoppable, periodically unblockable. Right on. We'll figure it out as we go, I think. But we got a little bit of an idea. Gonna start out with them Furies. Oh, I totally whiffed on the button press there. Okay, special intercepts don't give you the grit. That's interesting. Not a big fan of that, actually. And you can't intercept with a relic either. That's kind of dumb. You fought this guy with Kamala Khan? Respect. Oh, he's gonna go unstoppable. Yeah, no, Garvey, it's intentional. They fumbled the bag on their release, or like something like that. So you don't need to, it's not like you're skirting the game. Like, it's known. Dude, I'm annoyed that a special intercept won't give me a grit. So dumb. He's not atrophy immune either. No. No. I fumbled the bag. Oh, we were so there. We were so there. That's okay. Dang it, we almost had it, chat. We choked in the final hour. Well. I am excited to be able to do the incursions again. I'm not excited that I did it literally yesterday, though. I don't think I even have Isophene. Maybe a 5-star. It's going good, okay. I can't complain. Oh, wait. I forget Nico has halt. Oh, Nico. I should have used Nico the whole time. Easy, bro. I could have full yellow bar soloed champion with Nico, probably. Definitely if she was awakened, I think. That was cake. You did it for no rewards? I know, Tim. I was thinking about that when I read it, and I was like, oh, he's gonna be pissed. Alright, that was relatively painless. Not... Yeah, they made him kind of a pushover, I'm not gonna lie. Like, no revives at all. And they think she's balanced. Yeah, Abyss, I'll agree with you on that one. Nico kind of dunks on the champion, actually. I've never heard of that movie, Charles. I just read your message, though. I hope it was a good time. Okay, what do we get to open? I know that the rewards look pretty lackluster, though. We are so close to despair. What do we get? I got the green crystals. We're holding on to those until we absolutely need them. More tier 4 class. Wait. Wait, what was that? Did you guys see that button? It said auto open? What is that crap? When did that appear? It's not going to show again, is it? Nope. Since when was that a thing? Was it going to open them all for me? See if it shows up here. Yeah, what is this auto open? What? How long has this been a feature? Wait, how long has this been a thing? I thought you just had to, like, click spam the open 10 crystals. What? That's awesome. Wait, has that always been in the game? I've never seen that before. I mean, I've never opened those kinds of crystals in that amount, but since when was that a thing? I mean, it's slower than regular open 10, right? But if I wanted to just, like, load in a bunch of these and go to bed, I could open them, you know? That's, like, actually pretty sick. Hey, you got 7-star platform? Nice. Oh my gosh, please. Thank you. I've never seen that, Nikhil. I've never... I guess I just don't go into the menu for those kinds of crystals to where I see it. I mean, you guys know my other account, right? Like, I am an actual dragon, like a goblin. I hoard everything. I know you could always 10 pop, but I never seen the like auto open feature like that. I think the daily super will give us a 6-star, chat. The daily super event is like Omega busted. It's so good. Like, it's good at Valiant, but you don't get a lot of like 7-star shards. But you get a quarter of a 6-star every single day at Cav. It's actually gross. And like, you're still usually at a point at Cav where 6-stars are really strong. So it's kind of an interesting move. What? No, we're so close. We're 600 shards away. Can we get there? Trader's Outpost? You haven't refreshed yet? Might have some Battlegrounds tokens to spend. Might be able to. Do I? I do. Let's go open a 6-star crystal. Man, I didn't want to just like finish an entire like chapter and not have anything to open like worthwhile. All right, guys, get your guesses in the chat down below. What am I going to get from this 6-star crystal, huh? Let me know. Am I going to do the incursions run again? I do plan to. I don't know if it'll be on or off stream, though. I do plan to. The rewards are too good. Hits it by mistake. Walk out. They walk back. All their crystals are open. 7-star shards as Cav is nuts. Yeah, it's not a lot, but it definitely would add up. Like I said, I think they just want to push people to Valiant as quick as they possibly can. Captain America, the Champion, Kate Bishop, Hulkbuster. I like those guesses. Groot, I don't like that guess. We got Sabretooth like yesterday. It's gonna be hard to do worse. Mordo. I think you already have a 6-star Mordo. That would be an awakening. Sim, Iron Man OG. You guys, I'm liking these characters most of you guys are guessing. I'm liking it, Matt. I'm liking it a lot. I think I'll get Carnage. I'll get Carnage. It was Mordo. Hey, Nikhil. Give yourself a crisp high five, my man. Oh my gosh, congrats. Enjoy your unofficial boosted crystal odds, my friend. Wow. It was right next to a Captain America. So Tim was also almost right. It was a World War II, so not quite there, but close. Very close. Very nice, man. We got some psychics in the chat. I swear, dude. Actual psychics in the chat. No BS. That's crazy, dude. Very nice. Man, go buy a lottery ticket instantly. Let's see. He gets energy resist while blocking. If the opponent strikes Mordo's block while they have a true type buff, he can nullify that buff and replace it with a detonate buff lasting 20 seconds. Detonate deals a burst of energy damage when it's nullified or expires. That's sick, dude. That's not like the worst. I like Mordo, actually. It's kind of unfortunate that I like also own Nico. It kind of makes him a little bit neglected, I think. Monkeys on typewriters. Are you talking like Superman monkeys on typewriters? Also, look away, Walrus. You don't want to see this. No, I'm poor. Whatever. I should go run this really quick. I'm gonna do it. I did not see that, Charles. I must have been in the zone. Congrats, though. That's a huge pull. Was that your first time Serpent Awakening? It makes a big difference. Oh, was it in Discord? Maybe that's why I missed it. Let me open that real quick. Oh, Tim, you're in Discord looking for alliances? No, I still don't see anything in Discord. I guess you sent it in stream chat. Oh wait, no, there it is. I'm actually stupid. It was right before Abyss's message. Along with Cole Obsidian, Abomination, and Old Man Logan. Quite the company there, man. Nice pull. I actually hate when I pull Serpent now. Max Sig. And it's happened, which is a bit unfortunate. And I don't even touch this quest on my main account, by the way. You know what I might do? Because we're gonna get some new stuff tomorrow. Maybe I'll hop in and do another Steve run for like... No, I don't know what to do. We'll just run some more story quests. After I get this done, though. Reddit times? I would say America Chavez, probably. I'm a little biased. I'm not a huge fan of White Tiger, though. But as far as I do know, White Tiger really benefits from having that SIG ability. From what I hear. Nah, Tim, no. Dude, I can't handle the stress, man. The solo incursions runs are so much easier for me. Yeah, we're getting new EQ. I mean, that's gonna be time consuming for... That'll be worth a day or two of content. I was thinking about doing EQ on this account tonight, but dude, I looked at the rewards and they're just not that good for my prestige. They're like very underwhelming. I would get like 6,000, I think, or it's either 6,000 or 4,500 6-star shards. Totally not worth. I can get that just from logging in and doing the daily super, honestly. And I'll use a lot less energy doing it. We probably won't do, on the alt account, the event quest for like probably almost the entire month. Oh, it's not a first time awakening. I mean, SIG levels still help though. Still makes a big difference. That'd be really hype if it was a first time awakening though. Also, when you guys are asking about rank up decisions, if you ever want me to run a poll like we did yesterday with God of the Abyss, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to. I'm gonna do Mystic, why not? Gotta get Cosmic since I just ranked up Hercules. Okay. Let's go see what 6.2 has to offer. Or 6.2. I just did 6.2. 6.3. There's a Medusa, Nick Fury, Havoc Boss, Infinity Man, Mysterio. Yeah, I hate Mysterio. And then Beardman. I can confidently say I don't think I remember any of these chapter bosses. And we have more teleporting shenanigans. Wonderful. We love that. Might take this path with Yellow Jacket, MODOK. Oh, never mind. Maybe we won't. That's Biohazard. I don't want to do Biohazard. Or wait, it's not all Biohazard. No, it is. Oh, that's a different path. My bad. Mesmerize, 7% chance to evade attacks. Leave the attacker stunned for 1 second. And then Dismay, whenever the attacker loses their highest achieved combo, they take direct damage. Other than magic, this path seems pretty easy. Yeah, probably go that way, honestly. And then we have a pointless teleport to the boss. Ooh, do I have champs that inflict bleed? I actually do I have a good Medusa counter here? Dude, wait, do I have a single champion that inflicts bleed? Oh, Killmonger. Killmonger. And then I think he would counter the auto block too, right? Steve inflicts bleed. Man, I really don't have a lot of options for bleed. I actually think it's only Killmonger, right? Sabretooth, but does he inflict bleed? I think Sabretooth inflicts bleed as well. Oh, Scream, I'm an idiot. No, you guys are actually right. I'm stupid. Yeah, thank you. I totally looked over Scream. I don't... Okay, yeah, Scream will work for that fight then. She also has Undermine. It'll be nice. Undermine will negate the auto block. Yeah, we'll just use this team then. And then I think we'll take that Mystic path. Doesn't seem like it's too bad. Knock on wood, right? Yeah, if you do that 5 times, you lose a lot. I don't plan on it. Yeah, well, I'll take Scream with the champion selector at the end. No reason to have her on the squad right now, though. Sabretooth has bleed, but he's still cheeks. Yeah, unfortunately. His damage gets pretty up there, but it's about all he has going for him, really. Reverse controls. What about reverse controls? I love Diablo's little, like, gulp noise that he makes when he drinks his potion. But yeah, Killmonger does have True Strike. I did think about that before you guys reminded me that Scream was a champion that I owned. And if I didn't pull Hercules, I would probably be using Scream for my Cosmic Champion. You remember this path had reverse control? Oh, got you. It must have gotten obliterated when they nerfed Act 6. Reverse control causes a hard time for a lot of players, myself included. Yeah, how do you activate his True Strike? I don't even remember. I'm sorry, Anti-Venom. I'm sacrificing you to magic again. But at least he doesn't have crazy power gain this time. You blow into the mic, RP. Your mom blows into the mic. Dude, I love when I'm doing a chunk of damage and then it gets instantly undone. It's the best. All of that health bar limbo damage. It's punishing specials, okay. I knew there was some sort of like weird activating condition for it. Dude, low key. Magic is still a pain. Yeah. It would have been nice to have some sort of like heal block or something. Oh, okay. My block just dropped for some reason. Big sad, actually. Oh, well. That's my bad. I should have healed him a little bit, too. Dude, there used to be some really cool innovation with video games. There were some, like, really interesting, like, controllers and, like accessories for different games. Like, wasn't there like a camera you could put on the Game Boy? That's like some awesome stuff. Don't seem like that anymore. Or like the Tingle Tuner, for those of you that played Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Tingle Tuner is elite. Honestly, I should still be trying to build up Hercules, but... What? Oh, what in the buns? Did the nodes change on me? Oh, yes. Now there's Mesmerize. Crap, dude. I actually should have taken Hercules. That's annoying, dude. I might quit out and restart this quest then. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so annoying, bro. We'll see if I can get out of this one without dying. No, it's cooked. Because you lose your highest achieved combo or whatever. Oh my gosh. That's so rude. Oh my god. Yeah, 1% warrior, dude. Oh man. I don't have time to medium, light, medium. I tried to do some more attacks and I didn't have time. Someone made a dash cam with an NES and a Game Boy camera. That sounds like awesome engineering stuff, man. Holy mackerel. That was that was fun. Please give me percentage-based potions. Go back in with Yondu. I hate that crap, man. I do like that about like the newer story content. Like you have the nodes for the path and every champion has the same node, you know? It's not like all of a sudden there's Mesmerize on, you know, fight you weren't expecting it to be there. Dude, they need to let deep wounds affect Yondu. Yondu is actually like rinsing fights, by the way. He's not even really ranked up that high. Okay, she has Spite. Should be fine. All right, we got health from that. Yondu's a beast, man. I need to get him ranked up. I'm glad I chose Yondu. Oh no, I didn't bring anybody for Morningstar. I'm actually dumb. Well, I guess we'll use Hercules. Not going to be using him for the boss anyway. And he's kind of bleed resist. Abs man would have been great. Could have been good. We don't need him though. I almost never picked Yondu. No, hey, I was like leaning Yondu already before you threw your support behind Yondu. I was kind of on the Yondu train long ago. Hey, we get these little, like, buff things. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever used a single one of those. I don't even know which ones are good. Or which ones you even have to use. Alright, Blackagon, Boltagon. What you got? Life Cycle and Limber. Every 2 seconds, gains an indefinite regeneration passive. Oh man, that would be kind of cool to have Anti-Venom alive, huh boys? Oh well. Pretending he has will outside of Jet. Oh, you know I do. Torpedo attack! I need to start getting that cooldown on life cycle a little bit higher. Ah, bummer. So close. Dude, I knocked him down. Are you kidding me? I must have been a frame away from the life cycle knockdown, bro. Alright, we got him. Alrighty. Now we swap in the Screamador. Quick question though. Yeah, okay, never mind. It's just one she. I was gonna say, I wonder if Yondu's like arrow gets around because his attacks are non-contact, but she still technically blocks the attack. So I'm assuming it wouldn't quite work. Synergy. Ooh. Fun. I don't remember what gives Scream the Undermine buff, though. Sequel of Steve was a success. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear any of you guys that are absolutely cooking with Steve right now as well. I guess I'll just get all the damage I possibly can with everybody else on the team. Might as well. I mean, I could technically just do this thing with Hercules. Would that be so bad? I mean... oh, man. That's actually kind of ridiculous. I'm surprised they don't give this Medusa Limber or something. Or maybe they do, and I just, like, haven't encountered it yet. Yeah, I'm actually pretty surprised, Charles. And it's like, it's a longer fight, but it's like actually still working. I'm trying to torture the Hurricaner who watches. I'm sorry, Giant Walrus, dude. You know, I'm very sorry. It's nothing personal. Yeah, I don't know how this fight went before. Or like how hard it was. I will say I can definitely do this entire fight with Hercules. But admittedly, my patience is wearing a little thin. But she's already a fourth of the way done. I feel like I've had longer fights. I tried to take a 5-star into solo raids the other day. And I had a 1,000-hit combo. On the alt account. I don't even remember who I used, but it was like really funny. Actually, no, I took Scream into raids. That's who it was. And I'm probably doing more like hurt than good. Yeah, it'll be far longer without someone who bleeds. Another thing to keep in mind too, I think this Hercules is rank 4. Not ranked all the way up though. I don't mind it though. I like that, like, even though there's technically like a roster like barrier to clearing the boss, that it's like not a difficult enough boss to where it would be impossible to use somebody else. I do think that's cool, and it helps a lot of people that like maybe don't have the best like crystal luck, you know? I don't think you should be roadblocked if you just don't have a champion that can inflict bleed and also like can negate neglect? Man, I can't talk right now. Negate auto block. It'd be a lot harder if you couldn't parry. Okay, 50%. If I hard commit to this, we could be looking at, I don't know, let's say a 10-minute fight, probably. It'll be dang near, I think. Now I just kind of want to know, like, I want to commit to see how long it actually takes. She's honestly going down pretty quick. She'd be going down a lot faster if I was special intercepting like that, though. I was just kind of in the zone. So I guess this isn't as fast as it technically could be. Uh-oh. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get my... Ooh, just barely refreshed True Sense. That was close. Almost there, guys. Hold tight. Hold. Hold. Out of all the fights, this is your biggest roadblock, huh, Charles? Honestly, that's not surprising. It's kind of a weird combo. Like, you need someone who can either counter auto block or nullify her furies, but also inflicts bleed. And there's no way through the node or anything to get True Sense. So she's just going to be auto blocking, which is annoying. There's very few champions, I think. that like really make it easy, I think. Yawn. Sorry, Walrus. I have to commit, dude. I didn't think Hercules would even be able to really do any damage. Now this is for science. I just want to do it because I can. And I want to see how long the fight is. Oh, you can get around the damage with power stings? I was kind of wondering that, Charles. You could like parry and then like medium with like ham or something. That would work. We're almost there. I can smell blood in the water. She might be dead by now if I didn't hit into her block a few times. Yeah, Symbiote Supreme. I think another champion who would be good would be Black Widow Clairvoyant. Because she applies bleed. And then buff immunity is buff immunity, you know? For obvious reasons. I'm not gonna lie, my eyes are kind of getting a little bit wide because I see how close we are. We got it. No bleed? No problem. If you're watching this back, just watch it on ×2 speed. I should have told you that at the beginning of the fight, but I'm sure you would have put it together. 10 minutes, 56 seconds. Oh boy, oh boy. That's crazy. We did it though. We did it though. No hits received, 641. It's dished out. That was a long fight, yeah. When he used his special 3, his bleeds would melt. Yeah, dude. When he's in a like good matchup for him, like Symbiote Supreme is almost unmatched. Like, if you guys haven't seen the Symbiote Supreme Okoye matchup, that is cinema. Definitely worth the watch. I don't think I have time for another quest now. Nick Fury, yeah, he would be good with his unblockable and his second life. Man, I need gold. I am down bad for gold, chat. I miss not having to worry about it. That's like where I am on the main account right now. There's some gold in those. Give me more. Hey, I'll take that. You actually get a pretty decent amount of gold from those, and you accrue them pretty quick. Oh, Yondu, what do you need? A tier 5 tech? Can I buy one of those for you? Tier 5 tech. Tier 5 tech. Tier 5 class. Shards. How many shards do I need for a tech tier 5? I want to rank up Yondu. Oh, I need a lot. I need like 25k. That might give me enough. As a cat player, you always struggle for gold. Yeah, it's a rough life out here, man. I'm gonna have to buy it one more time. I remember the gold struggle. My gold struggle didn't really go away until I opened like a bunch of arena crystals for Banquet. Ever since then, I feel like I've been like just coasting. There have been times where I will occasionally drop low, but I've never gone below like 10 million, at least on my main account. Yeah, once in a while I'll buy the gold crystals, but that's about it as well. I can't even really do much after I rank him up, but I just want to get this done. Yondu's a beast, dude. You guys need to put some respect on his name, okay? Ugh. So sad. Here, you know what? I'll give him some levels. Push up my prestige a little bit. I like Yondu. Oh, and we need to bind the new relic we got. That might not be bad to throw on Herc. What does Herc have? Oh, no. He's got a better stat cast. We can throw this one on Medusa. Actually, we'll do it on CGR. Why not? Since we don't really have CGR's optimal relic anyway. And if we do, it's only a 3-star, so it's not that big of a deal. I can't wait until we can snag this bad boy. We're already a fourth of the way, basically. That'll be hype. Once you became Paragon, you started getting a lot of gold. Yeah, it does start to, like, there's like a noticeable ramp up. One thing that's nice too is like when your gold crystals actually become cheaper. You know, I mean, I have already bought the entire glory store on this. But yeah, when you get to the point where like things are kind of self-sustaining, it like MCOC is almost kind of like its own little meta game where there's like a small. It's like you have to set up like a farming routine in a way. It becomes a little bit more of a fighting game, you know. Eventually, I need to level Human Torch too. Man, I hate not having enough resources to go around. There's a lot of champions I really want to invest in, both because I just like the champion, but also for like future content reasons. Like, I still need to finish leveling out Hercules, Nico, and Yondu. I'd like to continue working on Kitty Pryde as well, because I want to incorporate her into my team for questing. There's a lot of stuff. Level up Human Torch as well. I'd like to make some Battlegrounds level ups too, like Enchantress and Leader. Get them on the team. Man, they need to give you more more resources early on. Or maybe not. Maybe they want you to slow down and not speedrun. You know this, if you ever do a new account challenge, you will not use the Herc strategy against Medusa. And I wouldn't blame you. I don't even know if I'd consider that a strategy. Really. Alright guys, I think we're going to wrap this stream up tonight. It was a really good one. Thank you everybody who dropped by. We don't really have time for much else. Tomorrow we'll just kind of see. We might be back on the main. We'll be doing the event quest, hopefully. If not, it'll be like, I don't know, maybe we'll do the incursion or something, but there will be stuff. So, anyway, if you're lurking, hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you for dropping by. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sorry I made you guys sit through that Hercules fight, but I just wanted to. It was funny. Anyway, guys, have a good rest of your night. Have a good rest of your day, whatever it is for you, and I hope to see you in my stream tomorrow and the rest of the week as well. So